Hey friends, Tim Shurr here, and I wanted to give you an enlightening PowerPoint on how much sugar you're really eating. Most people don't realize how much sugar they're actually putting into their body, and so I want you to become more aware of this so that you can more easily achieve your weight loss goals. So I went to the grocery store one day and I started looking for some products, and I just started reading labels, and I did some research, and this is what I found. I started with the diet foods, the so-called diet foods. So I found a Slim Fast because they recommend you have a Slim Fast shake in the morning and then one in the afternoon and then a sensible dinner. So I looked at the number of grams, how many grams of sugar, and there's 18 grams of sugar in a Slim Fast. Now, the daily recommended allowance of sugar is 12 grams. So with their first diet shake, you're already 6 grams over the amount of sugar that they recommend for the whole entire day. And they recommend that you drink 2 of those in a day. So you could be putting away 36 grams of sugar just with their 2 shakes. So diet doesn't always equal healthy. Then I found the Special K protein bar. Protein bars are healthy for you, not when they have 15 grams of sugar in it. That's a shot glass full of sugar in your little protein bar. And remember, these are marketed as weight loss products. So you have to be very careful that you don't get sucked into the marketing. So then I started to look at drinks because it's very easy to drink your calories. Beware of healthy water and sports drinks. People will say, well, I'm drinking vitamin water. Well, I found the Sobe Life Water, the vitamin water, has 20 grams of sugar in it. 20 grams. You'd have to run 2.5 miles to burn off your so-called vitamin water. 2.5 miles. There's 21 grams of sugar in the Powerade, and I want you to notice the size of those 2 bottles. The Powerade looks almost twice the size of the Sobe Life Water, and yet there's only 1 extra gram of sugar in it. So be aware of how much sugar are in those so-called healthy sports drinks, because there's a lot more than you realize. Well, people say, well, I drink iced tea. That's better for you, isn't it? It depends on what kind of tea you're drinking. If you're drinking Snapple, apparently the good stuff is sugar. That has 2 shot glasses full of sugar. Almost 40 grams of sugar in that little bottle of iced tea. What about this? Chocolate milk. We feed this to our kids often. Well, I don't give my kids this stuff, but a lot of people do. And it's advertised as healthy reduced fat chocolate milk. It's healthy chocolate milk. 40 grams of sugar. Good for your bones, rots your teeth. So be aware of the marketing, ladies and gentlemen, because they will suck you in. They will use their cartoon and their pictures and their fancy words to cause you to not pay attention to the labels. And then you end up consuming a whole bunch of sugar that turns to fat and makes you tired. What about those of us that have to have our morning coffee? Well, that morning Frappuccino, the small one, has 46 grams of sugar. You'll notice I had to go to a bigger container to hold all the sugar that's in that Frappuccino. And people will get the grande, the large. Imagine how many grams of sugar are in that. So if you're starting off your day with sugar and caffeine, not only are you going to feel exhausted afterwards, but you're trashing your adrenal glands and you're putting a whole bunch of sugar into your system that's going to make you feel more exhausted all the time. So if you're using coffee and soda pop for energy, you are doing the exact opposite. You're draining the energy right out of you. So when you go for that Coke in the afternoon because you've got to wake up, just realize that 20-ounce bottle of Coke has 59 grams of sugar. That is 5 times the recommended amount, and that's just in the beverage that you're drinking along with the meal. I stopped in a fast food restaurant just the other day, and they had a new menu, a value meal, and it had a sandwich and the side and a drink, and it had 2,020 calories just in that one value meal. And people will buy it because it's cheap, but the cost of the medical bills and your quality of life way outweighs the any value meal that they might have. So just keep this in mind. We're supposed to have about a half a pound of sugar a week. That's what's recommended. The average American has about 3 pounds of sugar a week. That's 12 pounds of sugar in a month. That's 144 pounds of sugar in a year. And that's not including all the holidays, all the little treats, all the extra stuff that we put into our body. When you look at that picture, that is the reason why that most people are 3 times what they should be in size. The simple solution is water. Water has 0 calories. You can drink as much of it as you want. In fact, the more water you drink, the better it's going to be for you. And it is free. I mean, it's all around you. You can get a case of water for $3, $4, and you carry that bottle around all the time. There's no calories, no sugar. Put some lemon in it, or lime or cucumber if you want to do the West Coast thing. It is good for you. It will help you to drop about 20, 25 pounds in a year, and it won't feel like you've really changed nothing. And all you're doing is drinking more water. Make sure that you're looking at the labels, and you're going to see a huge difference in your waistline. For more information, make sure to go to indiehypnosis.com. I hope this was helpful for you. Please read those labels. You'd be surprised of what you're putting into your body. And just with a little bit of knowledge and power, you can start to change that, retrain your brain for success, and get the results you desire. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.